snacks.
What it do, snackers and snackettes? It's your boy Gage. That's the homie Joe.
Yo.
That there's the guy Sins.
You know it.
This is Loaded Snacks Weekly, where we get together once a week and we talk about things that are happening in pop culture.
Yes, sir.
And today, Coop's in the building.
Yeah.
What up,
Hey.
Coop? Nah. Don't say back. Just say here. Don't say back.
Here.
You know what I mean? Just say here.
Coop is here.
Coop is here.
Coop is here.
He might be back, but he's here right now.
Right. Graced us with his presence.
Hey, Coop.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah.
So a couple of things we should discuss.
Cool. Okay.
We're gonna talk about Birds of Prey a little more in depth, but more importantly, because Spider-Man, we're gonna talk about Spider-Man being back in the MCU because Spider-Man. So, first of all, called it. We're gonna start there. Second of all, what do we think happened? Woo! That's loaded.
Man,
That's loaded.
Happened?
Sony probably kind of walked back in the door like
that meme
well,
that I posted in the MCU chat is what happened. They said they start thinking that's a lot of money sitting right
so
there at that table.
So guys, so about that 50% thing, like
But you dealt with Roger, right? Like he be tripping sometimes.
Right.
Just, yeah. Can we talk about this a little bit more?
You should have called me. You don't have my number.
here,
should've called-
put this in your
See, he
phone.
doesn't even
That
have he doesn't have authority to make deals like that. You know, what type of thing?
He can't even say no. I don't know why he said no.
Yeah,
I suppose he's no longer with us. Like, all right. So look, okay. In all seriousness, okay. The deal as of right now is one more standalone Spider-Man film and one more ensemble film. Right? Okay. So Feige's been doing a lot of talking, okay, about putting a nice little bow on Spider-Man's time in the MCU and whatever. One, are they going to kill him?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. We're not going to kill him.
No, we're not kidding. No.
Okay. How are we wrapping this up? How will we have Spider-Man no longer be in the MCU? Will we still be able to mention him? Will he remain canon as a thing that happened?
I would say yes.
Okay.
I would say yes.
I can go with that.
Just because of his role and kind of what he's played, especially passing Tony Stark, and
Having said that, I'm going to interrupt you right there.
interrupt.
Because, real talk, they was like, this the new Iron Man.
Yeah, that was
Like they just like pitched Tom Holland as the new face of the beginning of the next 22 films.
Yeah.
He's the new Iron Man, right? He is the one familiar face that isn't old already, right? That
and we can grow with and all that type of stuff, right? Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, we're gonna give you a Black Widow film, but it's an old film. This is a prequel.
Technically
that's already gone
all the stuff,
right? They're gonna do, obviously all of these shows, Disney Plus, which, by the way, they are budgeting these Disney Plus films to have the same budgets as the movies.
I saw that and I was like, woohoo.
Well, now here's the thing. That kind of makes sense. Because if you're only doing 6 episodes, like normally you would do something like this and you'd be doing like 13 episodes.
Right.
We're talking like more than double the number of episodes, right? You're only doing 6 episodes that are supposed to be like an hour apiece. That's a 6-hour movie.
Yeah.
That's a lot more screen time than an actual film.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When you put it all together, yeah.
When you really think about it. So there could be really some major things happening we maybe weren't necessarily thinking. Okay?
I think it's gonna really hit us when we sit down to watch whatever the first one is. Yeah.
Agreed.
When we watch like, oh, okay, y'all really pulling out all the stops here. You know what I mean? Type of deal.
Do we get cameos of other characters in the MCU shows?
Definitely.
I think so.
100%.
Wait, of other characters that aren't like, we should definitely see Agent 13 in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Agree.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm talking about like, will we see like
Black
Wanda
Widow or someone.
Will we see
Thor
show up? Is Black Panther going to show up?
Yeah.
In one of these, do you think
outside
we
of like
that
what
kind
if? Because like outside
yeah,
of what
outside
if.
of what if?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If it's going to be canon like they say, I think they should. I would hope they do.
So we know that there's only 2 movies in this Sony Disney deal, but could we see Tom show up as Spider-Man in one of these?
100%.
I think so. Because if I remember, like say for the what if, I believe his image was in the what if scenarios.
Well, I mean, okay.
So that would make me
outside
think.
of what if.
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying. Just thinking that his picture was there for what if opens him up to being inside of the rest of them as well too. I mean,
but all things considered,
right.
that was before he wasn't
Of
in
course,
the MCU
of course,
anymore.
right.
Now he's back, but how do they wrap this up? How do they wrap up? If you go from him having his own film, which obviously now that this is back on the docket, let's just go with, I don't owe you a spoiler on this. Let's just go with J. Jonah Jameson outed Peter Parker as Spider-Man live in front of a large group of everyone.
Right. It's out there.
Obviously, we can continue that story, right?
Right.
Obviously, we can continue the Skrulls,
Yep.
their placement. Okay. How then, if you do this and then you do another ensemble film, what's the ensemble film?
Avengers.
Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange.
I got that. Because multiverse is a thing. The Multiverse of Madness thing definitely will tie into WandaVision.
Oh, most certainly.
With them being in the like 50s and whatever, all of that kind of stuff. Like that's probably the thing I'm actually the most intrigued about as a show. Is that show.
Okay.
I think that's a movie, actually.
No,
It's
Nah,
a show.
I'm pretty sure that's a show.
Multiverse of Madness?
It's a,
No, not
No, not
Multiverse
that.
of Madness.
No, WandaVision.
WandaVision. WandaVision, yeah.
I'm sorry.
But, and she's definitely going to play a key role in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. It's going to be more of a horror flick. I'm with it. It's cool. Let's see what she can really do. Let's get into this power set.
Yeah, I think that's what.
And let's go ahead and get these mutants popping. But, in the meantime, what happens to Peter Parker? You're wrapping up his story by the end of the ensemble film.
He leaves to one of the multiverses.
Let's just say that puts us 5 years out. Minimum 5 years out.
He leaves to another multiverse.
Okay.
One where probably his uncle never died.
Woo.
Okay.
Or maybe
And
he
just
did.
isn't Spider-Man anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo.
Deuce.
Damn.
I'm gone.
Oh yeah, he has his uncle back, and let's just say like his Peter may have died in that one or whatever, and like just
So he just up and leaves.
You know,
Man,
I'm just-
real talk. No,
but-
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Hail Mary it out there.
I
I'm gonna
dig
catch
it.
that and run with it and just say I think that would be a very interesting story. Not if for no other reason than I think once Peter became Spider-Man, if he still had the powers, he wouldn't be able to stop being Spider-Man. As a matter of fact, I think that his uncle would find out and be like,
Uncle gone.
"And you're not."
Yeah.
you just sit around.
I mean, it could be funny if his uncle was like,
You sit around playing Xbox.
if like his uncle was like he came home, he was like, "You should be wrestling. What are you doing?" Like,
Like,
you know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
not about that. I'm not about that. Like, what are you talking about?
what? So,
Or maybe he leaves to a multiverse to go on like a mission or something like that. Like I got something I gotta take care of over here. Y'all gotta hold it down while I'm gone. That's just how he leaves. Like he goes there.
The only other thing, like,
Who knows?
obviously this would be the cop out, but somehow, once they, they know Mysterio's a fraud, and they say maybe they're gonna say, oh, you can't trust this guy. Peter Parker's not Spider-Man. Somehow they try to play it off. Maybe Nick Fury gets involved somehow to say,
He should.
and that he'll try to separate. This isn't Peter Parker. Like they'll have the two bodies, whatever. Skrulls can be involved, of course. You can have the copy there. Maybe someone's Peter Parker, and then the actual Peter Parker is being Spider-Man, doing all.
Maybe he's always been a Skrull.
I mean, that's possible too.
Always possible too.
It's possible too. MJ might be a Skrull.
For all we know.
Hey, when it comes to that,
I think it's going to be more of a maturity thing, and I say that because we saw Tony Stark mature throughout the films in a way, and I think that Far From Home kind of saw him. He's trying to be something that he wasn't necessarily prepared for. So I think throughout the next time we see Spider-Man or how they're going to leave him, it'll be a maturity thing. It'll be like, you know what? Maybe I've got it down packed, and I'm going to pass it to maybe another Spider-Man or the multiverse or something like that.
I mean, yeah, you don't. I'm not saying Wanda couldn't just be like, oh, you don't have powers anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like, I don't think that we've given her that kind of power yet.
yeah.
But we're probably going to give her that kind of power.
It's cooking.
I only disagree with that because of how young he is. You know what I mean? Like, at most, next film has to take place right after this.
Yeah.
It has to pick up right where this one left off.
I think the third
you
one
don't
is...
have a. There's a time gap between Homecoming and Far From Home.
Most certainly.
Right? Mm-hmm. That time gap cannot exist going into the third Spider-Man film.
No, because...
It has
No,
to...
we need to know. We need to pick it up right where it left off.
Right. It has to
If you
pick
want to
up.
time jump like 5 minutes after that...
You can't even do that. You better not.
That's after
like,
the movie.
like 2 weeks later or something, he's ducking out.
But even if you think about Homecoming, that ending was like a what's going to happen next type thing. It wasn't like you need to pick it back up, but as soon as Aunt May figured out the Spider-Man, that was kind of like a ending that just abrupt ending, kind of like Far From Home.
That was cool.
Sure.
But the difference is this dude's out there the world knows this is Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, she found out at the end of Homecoming. Everybody found out at the end of this, and he's on top of a flagpole. And this Bama just dropped off MJ.
Yep.
So, anybody who knows her, knows Ned, knows him.
Knows everybody.
And at the end of Homecoming, my man Mac Gargan, Scorpion, was like, I heard you know who he is.
Boy!
And he was like, but if I knew who he was, he'd already be dead. And now the Vulture gonna be in trouble.
They gonna see that they gonna see that.
Slim, go to your daughter's school. You know what I'm saying? I know what's popping. You better get this. You know what I'm saying? And then
it's a lot of avenues to go.
Yeah, they can do so many things.
Yeah.
That it's a little ridiculous. I'm not even worried about that. I just want to know how they're gonna wrap it up. I want to know when the next
I want to know how they wrap it up.
Avengers,
and who's taking
New
his
Avengers,
place.
whatever the ensemble film is, Sword, whatever they do, is he gonna get left in space? Is it how do you wrap it? Or do you just say, good job, kid, appreciate you, you really came into your own, Fantastic Four could really use a dude like you, we might want to be the Fantastic
Five. Maybe I just want to be my local neighborhood Spider-Man. Y'all deal with the big stuff, I'll stick around here and just
do.
Yeah. Which is what he's already tried to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But now he'll just be out there. Maybe he's going to assume kind of how everybody knows Tony Stark is Iron Man. Maybe he'll run with it because it'll be a little bit.
That. He's too young for that, and the hope. All right. One more day in the comic book after they were trying to reconcile what happened during Civil War, where he announced who he was.
Yep.
This dude made a deal with the devil to save Aunt May and to get everyone to forget that he was Peter Parker. That Peter Parker and Spider-Man were the same thing. That's how that went down. Aunt May got shot, straight sniped, because everybody was on the hunt.
For him.
Happy ain't going to be able to protect Aunt May.
Nope.
Even though she was like, nah, we not really doing a thing. And he was like, nah, I'm in love with you.
Don't brush that off. I'm trying to make this a thing.
It's a summer fling. Maybe that's how you get down. You get down on summer fling.
Hey.
Call me. Call me. And for real, the idea of what happened in Far From Home was Mysterio knows who I am. So he knows who my friends are. My friends are in danger. I have to protect them.
Right.
One of the themes in that film was, I feel like I'm always putting my friends in danger. Right? Ned's dumbass can't control his girl long enough to say, nah, we finna watch this opera. We ain't going out there. We finna watch this opera. You know what I mean? No, Ned out there on the Ferris wheel.
Hey, they're trying to get it popping. I ain't mad.
And you know what though? Don't matter if it's popping if you dead.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
You out there looking for Night Monkey, come get you. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? So I'm just saying, like, those themes already exist. And those are themes that always exist within Spider-Man. It's one of the things that makes the character interesting is, even when people didn't know who he was, it was always this concern about who, you know, never being able to make it to the date, promising I'll be there for such and such, and not being able to do it because I can't not go stop this little robbery because somebody might die like my uncle did, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it could be any of those things. You know what I mean? Going forward, how they wrap the story up so that he's no longer in the MCU, I will say I trust Feige to make it work.
Oh, most certainly.
Of course.
But I'm going to tell you what. If it's going back to Sony and Sony's going to be able to keep doing it and it's only going to be MCU for these 2 films, if he does my man dirty, we're going to have a problem. I'm just saying. Feige. Don't do my man dirty.
Nah, trust in Feige. Nah.
I do. But I don't know if they're going to throw. You know what I mean? Like, they might not. If Sony is smart, they will use the opportunity to introduce the multiverse, bring in other characters so that they can have other Spider-Men and do other films and stuff like that.
Let me ask you this: who picks up the torch if it's not gonna be Spider-Man now? Like, who does the MCU go to be the new Tony Stark?
Wanda.
I think she's the only one that's really left in the bubble, other than introducing a couple new characters into the mix.
She's young. She is one of the founding members of the West Coast Avengers. If we can take the MCU to the West Coast, which is already where Ant-Man resides, we're already pushing for new Avengers, which makes sense. They might not do new Avengers. Maybe they do West Coast Avengers. Who knows what kind of sick stuff she'll come up with to bring Quicksilver back. You know, whatever. But I think she's the one. I think out of who they already have, she's the one. And if Marvel is smart enough to put their money behind a female superhero powerhouse, why would she up there the whole time? If there's
the one that made Thanos be like, "Hey, drop everything,
rain fire." Right. And again, we haven't even really seen what she can do. We're just getting ready to see what she can do. She's the one. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
no matter that.
She is the one who was the kid that they actually did take in. You know what I'm saying? And Hawkeye was like, "Hey, listen, you go out there, you're an Avenger. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to? Cool. Stay in here, whatever. I can't protect you. I gotta go back out here because this is what we do." And when she came out, she decided this is what we do. And then at the end of that movie, she was in that lineup, her, Falcon, them on the training. She made the worst mistake you could ever make as a hero, killing innocent people, trying to save people, right? Civil War was all about her.
Yeah.
You could easily wrap it around her, and her starting the West Coast Avengers, or being the helm, kind of overseeing the new Avengers or whatever it is, with guidance from a Captain Marvel. Oh, by the way, also a female super duper powerhouse who also made Thanos go, I need this power stone. You know what I mean? Like, there's some heavy hitters, and we're getting a She-Hulk show. Heavy hitter, A-Force, all-female squad.
That makes me think, to piggyback off the question you asked earlier, do we see the cameos show up on these Disney Plus ones? Do we see the vice versa?
Oh, you mean in the movies?
Yeah.
I mean,
at least in like cameos and like the ensemble film.
I think depending on how well it goes.
Okay.
I think if those shows do well enough, because they did do that with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, not really. But a little bit. Like, we got Agent Sitwell. Man, if you don't throw him off this building and stop playing with him. Nobody like this dude. We got Agent Sitwell. Stop it. You know what I mean? But we did get like Sif. Lady Sif shows up. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. it can be done with Feige at the helm, doing it the way he wants to, and kind of having control over all of it.
Yeah.
I think it's more likely.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not forget, Loki's back in a different timeline,
Yes.
which could be a timeline with another Spider-Man, which could be a timeline where a Wanda and a Quicksilver doesn't die.
Mm-hmm.
Where an Ultron never happens. Like, we're already in the multiverse. Real talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've split it off already. You know what I mean? You can go back and you can put the gems back, whatever, but that Loki thing still exists. That's what this show is going to be about.
Mm-hmm.
This ride for these next films and these Disney Plus shows and everything is going to be...
I'm live. I'm ready to
Yeah,
go.
it's fun speculating right now, but when that stuff starts dropping...
But that's one of my favorite parts. He's speculating about...
Because then when there's something, even no matter how small it is, when it's right, it's like, I called it.
Right to the slack.
Straight Oprah. Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha. We did it. Yeah, man, like, I'm just... We supposed to talk about Birds of Prey. And we can.
Cool trailer.
No, it's not that. Not trying to shit on it. It's just
It's not.
we
It's
just
not.
watched it. We talked about it.
We did.
Last week. What happened was, we did a reaction trailer. Like, agree?
What do you think
like
happened
it.
to Joker and Harley?
I think they're going through a little spat right now.
When last we saw Joker and Harley, he had just rescued
They
her from
rescued
jail.
and
Everything was fine.
Everything was cool.
Back
He
to
did
normal.
something.
He was back on.
I don't know. He did something.
It wasn't beating the shit out
More
of him. That was
importantly, what
normal,
happened to Will Smith?
He fighting himself.
He got his daughter. Well, he is currently doing that right now.
He
Yes.
busy. He busy fighting him.
I guess he got his daughter back and was like,
I'm cool with being
I'm
in the
good.
jail cell as long as I can get out and go visit her doing whatever, but I would just love to really
Is
see
Amanda Waller a villain? Let's run it down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is she a villain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone that will put a bomb in the back of someone's head.
Yeah. Go kill this dude or I just kill
Hold
you.
Hold tight. But they're all bad guys.
Very true.
Murder is still
They're
murder,
all
sir.
murderers.
Murder is still murder, sir.
You're right, but they're already like murderers. Like, let's just-
I'm not saying they will be missed if she pulled the trigger.
I'm not saying I approve of capital punishment. I'm asking the question.
Yeah, she's a bad guy.
She's a bad guy.
She's a bad guy.
She
Billie
has a
Eilish, she's a bad
different sense
guy.
of justice, but her justice gets the job done.
She's toothpick in your face. She's a bad guy.
She's a bad guy.
Bad guy. Bad guy?
That guy.
Bad guy?
Yes.
Villain.
Yes.
Villain.
Straight up.
Yes.
Amanda Waller.
Like when she
Bane.
walks through, I'm always like, this chick.
Real
That's
talk,
not what I
real-
mean. That's not what I say.
Real talk. Hey, listen.
I think you know the word I use.
Yeah.
Like, here we go with this.
But let me.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question though?
Sure.
One of my favorite Justice League episodes ever.
I was just thinking.
Don't do it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Go say, go ahead.
I
Like
know
when she sits down with Terry and talks to Terry McGinnis about Bruce Wayne and the importance of Bruce Wayne and like him being Batman and needing a Batman, like coming to the realization of like we need a Batman, so I had to make you. You know, like
Best episode ever.
she kind of it is. Though.
Best
It's like it
episode
is.
ever.
And like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like you get this kind of perspective that like, I know you did some wrong things, but did she come full
It's all
circle?
right.
Cause like without Amanda Waller, we don't have a Batman anymore.
True.
Now don't get me wrong. It's Batman's fault most of the time anyway. Cause without Batman, we don't have a Joker. We don't have a
Right.
we don't have a Two-Face. We don't have you know what I mean. Like, but I'm just saying. He's like the greatest hero in DC history.
I put my hat in that. Yeah, I put my chips with that. Yeah.
Can that be argued with?
Yes.
Seriously.
No,
you know what?
No, you're right. Like he's a human who be going up against all the big dogs.
And this is the
Straight
thing.
up.
This is the thing. And this is funny because I thought about this earlier today, right? And I was going to present this to you. Let's just talk about it.
Okay,
just
we're
talk
here.
about it.
Why not?
Here's the thing. I thought to myself today, could Batman be Spider-Man? I thought about it. I really thought about it. Like, I was really, like, in my head, I was thinking about it, and I was like, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
He would whoop. And y'all know I love
Hey, like, hold
Spider-Man, yo.
up. This is a
Nah.
record thing happening right
But
now. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. This is what's important about this. As a company, as a legendary corporation, comic books, you have created a character that has no powers.
Mm-hmm.
But you would put a W in his column if you put Batman against anybody. Just think about how did you line a character up so specifically? I don't want to say spectacularly, or like they cheat, sort of. But let's really think about it. Like, who can't Batman beat? I'm not even like I'm being so serious right now because he could beat Wonder Woman, and he could beat Superman, and he can beat the Flash.
He ain't got plan for dogs.
I don't know why he can't beat regular bank robbers, but all the people with powers,
he can take them down in a heartbeat.
like shouldn't he have a plan? Like, shouldn't there be a thing that just stops people from robbing jewelry stores or banks or robbing people on the street?
I think people are just stubborn. That's why they just keep doing it.
Nah, he wants it to happen. He likes to chase.
You feel me? Real talk, because what would he do? Like, if
it's funny, it's always that one robber that's with him like, hey, dude, what about the back, though, man? We ain't supposed to be here.
Man, we got
like,
this.
Man, what
are you worried about
what
him?
he did to Roger last week?
Man, Roger was dumb.
but like, as a low time, as like a low time thug, right?
That's literally the opening of the first Batman movie.
Shouldn't you be thinking to yourself, he got bigger fish to fry. He ain't worried about me.
He should be, but
I'm just robbing his
he's
bank.
Batman.
I'm just out here sticking people up real quick. I know that. Yeah, I'm just saying real quick.
He can stop you.
I know Joker. I got my ear to the streets because I do this every day. I know Joker planning something big. I know Penguin planning something big. I know Riddler got a riddle over here. It's things happening. He ain't thinking about me, right? Unless he knows somehow that I know that they got stuff going on. He gonna show up. He don't even care that I'm robbing this bank. He doesn't care. Batman doesn't care that you rob banks or that you stick people up.
You got some type of cat like you gonna lead
He cares that you are a carrot on a stick.
He did that on Justice League. Straight up, he was doing the dude that was running across the rooftops, but he was really trying to get the Parademon to show up.
Like,
after you get the
It's literally
Parademon,
the
it's
entire
like
Arkham series game.
And let him rob in.
You have to catch people who are glowing to get information from them.
It's like,
thank you.
Hey, listen though. How do you set a character up? Like, on the real, we don't really like Superman around here.
No, we hate him.
Matter of fact, we pretty much hate him. But part of the reason why we hate him is because he's too powerful. He doesn't do enough with
as a hero.
But he also has every power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? He's super speed, and he can fly, and he got freeze breath, and he got laser eyes. What do you mean? And he got super hearing, and he can see Flash run? What are you talking about? What are you doing? But when you look at the grand scheme of things, shouldn't it really be Batman we got the issue with? Because he got the most powers.
I fight Superman way
Even the bad guys still go against Superman.
They
still shoot
You got
at
a
him.
chance
They
against
shoot him.
If you can at least find a piece of kryptonite on the ground someplace, hey, Supes, Batman.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, Batman can be shot. Superman can't be shot, and they be shooting him.
They don't respect them.
And then, real talk, and then,
Nobody respects
and then
them.
what do? What happens? What's happening? Think about this for a second. Every time bad guys shoot until the clip is empty at Superman. Which, first of all, why is he even letting him finish
Hey, look,
shooting?
that is one of my biggest
then-
gripes with Superman.
Listen, but then,
He's cool. He knows
after you watch all the bullets bounce off of him,
They reload and keep shooting.
nah, they throw the gun.
or that. They don't respect.
But
like,
as soon as they see Batman,
they run.
I'm done.
They gone.
You got it.
Cause they
You
know
got it.
Batman gonna break a bone. Yeah.
They gonna beat the shit out.
You got it. Take me to jail. Just so you know,
There should be no crime in Metropolis. I'm sorry. Do you realize while I'm waiting for the Destiny screen to load, I can stop a bank robbery?
Yeah, no doubt.
Like I'm saying, like, hold on for a second. Run, come back. All right, still loading. All right, like there should be no crime in Metropolis. You're Superman.
Real talk. They should, and listen, I understand it. Like, it's always gonna be people who buck the system. There's always gonna be, but that's cool if it's Lex Luthor.
But the rate
No, listen, that's cool if it's Lex Luthor. But it shouldn't be me. Like, I shouldn't be like, what's this, Metropolis?
Oh,
Break this bank, right?
Yeah.
Break this bank.
That's the last thing you should think of doing in Metropolis.
It was like, let's leave Gotham. Let's just go across. Let's just go to Metropolis.
You
Let's try
understand
rob
what I'm
this
We have a
bank
better
real quick.
chance of robbing banks over there.
The proximity of Metropolis and Gotham are super close.
Yeah.
And which is dumb, but it is. They're super close. And Batman don't even want Superman. Don't even come.
Nah, I ain't asked for your help, cuz I got this.
Why you
Go
over
back.
here, bro? I don't. Let's go back. Why is Batman so powerful? I'm dead ass. Like I need help. I need help.
Because he don't give
Because
a
remember
F.
we had this discussion. I was like, Batman actually has superpowers. I mean, he's a ninja.
Yeah, he is a ninja.
He disappears on people.
Yeah.
You know, all that kind of stuff. They got
Trained by ninjas. Yeah.
unexplained, whatever. Like there's phenomenon that are happening.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if Superman got Batman's training?
He wouldn't use it.
There still be some trash.
He wouldn't use it.
Cause I be thinking like I know like Superman's been in some serious fights, right? Some bangers, right? And there's been some hard punches, but he's not like trained to wreck.
No, he just swing.
That's it.
Remember when on Young Justice, when Superboy was like, I could punish Black Canary. Why should I be taking training from her? And she was like, oh, come here, son.
Right.
Come out, let me talk. And put him down.
Easy. That's Batman and Superman.
Why is Batman so powerful?
Because he don't give a F.
And how come we don't, is that a power? Is that a power?
I think that can be a power.
I think
think
it's
it
just
can't be a
because
problem.
he's the only one without
there's levels
powers.
to
Why
that.
not just make him the strongest? Or the most,
Why not Ollie? Why isn't it Arrow?
Because of that damn ugly ass mustache and beard on his face.
Oh, because he's Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Got it.
They really need to take the Arrowverse version of it and put him in the jail. Like, I like Green
He
Arrow.
get the
but
youngest though. He got Black Canary.
He
Too
do.
bad.
He do. I give him credit on that. But still, you shave all that shit off your face, man. He looks stupid. Right, he look like a three.
That's his thing. That's my
it's
color card.
trash. I'm so glad
Remember
that
Tice joint?
I'm so glad that Ali has not put that joke on in the show.
Well, he technically did.
In the past, yeah.
in the past.
Like, I was cool for that. Like, that was it. We're done with it. I want to see that.
But then at one point, he started growing it.
Again.
He started growing it. It was like, is he going to become the... Nope, and then he cut it right back off.
Thank you. It just looks stupid.
Is it his money?
I think the money helps.
Do we even know how he keeps getting money? How has he not gone through all of his money? Because he certainly don't do no business deals. Like,
Nah.
that man don't do no business deals.
Nah, he'd leave it up to the board.
Lucius Fox ain't doing no business deals.
Yeah.
Lucius Fox busy. Making stuff in a room that he ain't supposed to be making.
Yeah.
Like, is there even... Does Wayne
And no one
does he
sees
even
it.
have, like, a designation of what type of business it actually is other than being owned by the Waynes? Like, we know they've helped the...
I think they do a little bit of everything.
Like...
It's no, because it's fake.
It's a front. Hey, maybe they laundering money and doing drug deals and all that type of stuff. And he just
I
doesn't
mean,
know where the money
that's in the
comes from.
history somewhere, right? Where they say that his parents might have been a little dirty, and that might be what really, cost them their lives or whatever. I need help to understand. Like when I started going down the list, I started thinking of, especially like characters that like you hate, like Wolverine. Technically, there's no reason why Batman should be able to beat Wolverine.
But he can't.
But he would. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But he would win.
Yeah.
just pull out a magnet.
I was about to say he gonna come back. Well,
That's like, it'd be like a big raw magnet. Just let the joint go and that joint smack Wolverine in the face and knock him
He set him up in the scrapyard, put him up to that.
Just something stupid, yo. Like,
it's the Batwing. No, the Batwing will come. It's gonna have it right hooked up to him. Done.
I don't. But you gotta have money to have a magnet like that. You know what I mean? Because you're not Magneto.
Oh, he got that jump just in the backyard.
Because I mean, even when you start getting to levels of like, again, like Darkseid. Clearly, Darkseid would whoop.
He will pluck.
Oh,
Batman.
Yeah, incinerator. Put him in easy. No problem.
But if you said, but if today they announced a comic book, Batman versus Darkseid,
He gonna beat the shit out of Darkseid.
I mean, he gonna win.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
he's gonna beat, but he's gonna win.
Oh, he's gonna win. He's gonna outsmart him.
Darkseid's gonna shoot his little laser beam eyes and just every single time. As soon as he gets to Batman, that's what's like. Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Like, what's going on?
I know your codes.
Hit a little button on his belt. That doesn't work gonna be
I'm
anymore.
gonna blow everything up.
Hey, dog, like, I remember watching the old Batman TV show with Adam West. Not a good representation, but that was like my first real, like, oh, Batman and Robin, dynamic duo, boy wonder. You know what I'm saying? Draws on the outside. Let's go.
All day.
But my man used to get captured once an episode and lose his utility belt, which was his superpower. Like, his superpower was the utility belt, because all his tricks was in the little belt pockets. You know what I'm saying?
Pellet.
Everything, whatever it was, there was a bat thing for it, because he had already thought of everything.
This is making me think of one of my favorite.
I have anti-hang upside down pellets. Robin. Yep, you didn't bring your anti-hang upside down pellets, Robin.
She gonna know.
Holy, strung up by my ankles, Batman.
Oh my god. That's making me think of one of my favorite jokes talking about what we're talking about. In Justice League, when they caught Batman and Joker the whole episode was like, dog, let me go in there and kill this dude. He's gonna get out. He's gonna get away. They're like, nah, he's going crazy all the time. Like, yeah, just let me go do what I do, please.
But he wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have done it.
That was when he talked to
Cheetah,
yeah, I remember that. And they said her. They looked at the camera. They said her. I was like,
oh,
he's the dude,
so good.
And he can sing.
Apparently,
He can sing.
Huh?
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
I don't.
Gave it up to Wonder Woman.
Is he? So let's talk about it. Is he the most OP superhero? Real talk.
I would say so.
mm-hmm.
I know you don't want to.
No. Yes, I enjoy it, but yes. Yes. Rich is all... You can't even measure how rich this dude is. We just
because we don't know what he does.
Yeah, like he is a freaking genius.
He don't do nothing.
like his money's immeasurable. He is a genius. He's
Is
a
he
detective.
a genius?
He's a detective genius.
I mean, he's smarter than all the cops. And he's smarter than everybody.
Right, he may not be like Reed Reeves, like that type
Reed
of
Reeves,
Reed Reeves, whatever.
Hey, listen.
I don't care about them.
I
don't really care. I got no respect. I put no respect on
he
his
might
name.
be like that dude Richards or whatever.
The lame, stretchy dude, like whatever. Who cares?
Hey, dog, like, all right, Batman, the Brave and the Bold. You ever seen it?
I've never seen any Brave and the Bold.
I've only watched
so
it
here's
every
what I
night.
want you to do.
All right.
I want you to watch 4 episodes of Batman, the Brave and the Bold. I don't care which 4, because it's all the same thing. It's just him teaming up with somebody else.
Right, I do know that.
And basically, they're all dumb. Aquaman dumb as a brick. They make him so dumb on that joint. It's funny. It's like good, funny, but like you see him with characters like Blue Beetle, you expect him to be more like a mentor or something like that to him, but he teams up with these people and it's just like, yeah. Has he just been a superhero longer than everybody? Is it because he's not a superhero and he's actually a detective? And so, like, is it because he doesn't have powers that he doesn't think? Like, you know how, like, let's talk editing for a second, right? When you think about shooting a video or whatever, the first time you do it, you might make mistakes. You concerned about it. All right, let's take it over. Let's redo whatever. Eventually, you learn it. Like, you know, I can just cut that out. I can edit. I can do whatever, right? But until you know that those are things you can do, you don't know that you have those abilities. You don't know that you have those powers, and you actually start to think differently about how you would shoot it, how you would light it, how you would whatever. Once you know certain things, right? And so, having superpowers, I would say, makes you think about things differently. Right? In the same sense of like what you just said. Like, oh, this joint's loading. Like right now, if I was playing a video game and it was loading, I might say to myself, I could just like go make a snack right now.
Right.
I come back, it should be ready. But like if I had super speed, I wouldn't even think about it. I would just go make a snack. It wouldn't be, you know what I mean? It's just like, because it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to be lazy. You can be lazy.
Right.
But you don't really need... You just... Like, you would think differently. So is it just because he comes from a detective? He's not a detective. He has no police training.
No, that's all his hobbies.
No detective training.
Those are just his hobbies.
Because he's rich. Right? Like,
he doesn't need to go in office every day.
I got stuff to do. But I don't have to do any of it.
He ain't got to do no chores. Alfred does all that. He ain't got to go to the office every day, obviously.
Sure.
Like, he has all his free time.
Can you imagine him coming home and, like, the Batcave was dirty?
My brain right now.
And then just, like...
The hell, Alfred? Alfred, what are you even doing all day? You only have one damn thing to do around this mansion.
Because when does Alfred sleep? Every time Batman comes home, this dude is awake and he's in the cave.
He is a bat.
Welcome back, sir. How did it go tonight? Do I need to wrap you? When do you sleep? Alfred? Because Alfred be up when Batman get up, bringing him breakfast, fixing him stuff. Alfred is an alien robot, you know?
He can call Alfred 24 hours a day. And Alfred is up.
Listen, and he be dressed.
He's sitting in the back of the computer.
He be tough.
Alfred.
He sleeps in that.
He be tucked down.
Yeah, he don't be in like jeans and a tee or like some pajamas and nothing.
Nope.
Ever, dog.
Suited and booted every time. Like, what you need, son?
Like, bruh.
Every time.
Even the butler on Fresh Prince took a vacation.
No. Alfred took a vacation before. It turned into a mission, but he tried.
It was a mission.
Yeah.
Son. Batman's the most OP
Oh, Alfred's a robot.
hero there is, man. He gotta be. He's an android.
He's a robot.
He's an android. Like real talk.
All the tricks and gadgets that he got.
Alfred's the one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, think about it for a second. Like, hasn't Alfred been dead for like 40 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, he died a long time ago. Bruce buried that dude in the backyard with his parents and just
made a new
dude.
Made a Alfred 2.0.
T800 Alfred.
Hey,
because like
It's Jarvis.
I understand Jarvis. Because Jarvis was a person.
He was
and he died. And they made him an AI and stuck it in the thing, and even then he died. Like, I mean, he died. Like, we moved on. We got Friday and some more shit. Like, who is this bitch? Who is he talking to? Where did she come from?
Victoria.
You just gonna get rid of my man like that?
He had to back up Friday.
Why not? He's in Vision. Stop it. I'm just saying, like, but Alfred is always there.
He always.
My man be showing up like Batman be hurt. Like, he'll be in a fight. With like a why can Batman beat Clayface? How is this a thing, yo? Suffocate this dude, yo. Like, why is this a thing?
Oh my god. That's Batman's most savage
He's
dude
the
ever
most
created.
OP.
Most savage.
Like before he leaves the Batcave, all right, what am I gonna need tonight? All right, I heard Clayface is out there.
But here's the thing.
I feel like, you know what? I just wing it. I got mostly what I need in my belt.
Real talk, like we talk about like them giving Superman new powers. Like, why would you give him new powers? He doesn't need a new powers. Like, why? He's good. Like, why are you doing that? Like, remember when Wonder Woman couldn't fly? Remember that? Because I remember that. I remember when she had an invisible jet. That was the way she had to get around.
I remember when the Justice League show came on. I'm like, why is she flying?
What is this? What is
that
this?
Was the opening. That was the opening.
Right, that's not right.
The opening.
They give people new powers, but it's like Batman always gets a new power because it's just a new gadget, and they just come up like they have always just pulled a gadget out of the blue. Whatever scenario Batman got into,
he got it.
There was a gadget for it. There has always been a bat thing for whatever the issue was going to be.
Talking about the most prepared dude ever.
No, it was
like who carries around boomerangs? I don't care if you call them batarangs.
They come back.
Let me ask you a question.
Not all of them, but yeah.
Have you ever seen a boomerang?
Yeah.
Do you know how big they are?
They big.
You got them joints in your utility belt?
Now here's my thing.
It's fake, bruh. Like it's magic.
I've thrown a boomerang. I cowered when that joint came back to me.
I bet you did. I'm surprised it came back.
Yeah. Surprised about that one, yeah. Kudos on that.
I didn't catch it though. I will tell you that much.
I bet. He ducked it.
Get out the way, that thing.
I'm just saying, like, he's the most OP. Because he has a power for every situation. Somehow.
He's always ready for
Master Bruce, we have that prototype in the back of the cave that you started working on. Alfred, finish it.
Alfred, Operation Rainy Day. What the hell is that?
Yeah, I
Giant mech opens up for the bat cave. Got a bat door.
Bat cycles, Batmobile, Batboat, Batwing, Bat spaceships. He got bat suits that for the space. He
built the watchtower.
He built the watchtower.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what manpower? Who did you have do that when no one's supposed to know?
Superman. Get your ass up there, go to work, Clark.
Who's checking these books, bruh? Like, where's this bread coming from?
Hold up. How you build a watchtower? I'm thinking about that. Like,
nobody knew about it.
Checking the books.
Space, bruh.
And on top of that, they patrol that too. They got their little systems that patrol.
Ain't nobody go to CEO. Hey, look, we got billions being siphoned.
Like, think about it for a second. Like, the watchtower. Remember we talked about this, and I was like, the only reason why Batman not a villain is because he has money.
Right.
Because he's the only hero. He got minions. Like, all of his villains have minions. Mm-hmm. Joker got the little clown face dudes. Penguin got the little waddling guys. You know what I'm saying? But who are the guys working on the watchtower? None of them got powers. Everybody got key cards.
Okay, now you're talking about. Like the Babs in the yellow jumpsuit.
Yes! Who are these
yeah, I bullshit you not. When I first was watching, it clicked me in the Suicide Squad episode of Justice League Unlimited when it was sneaking in, and I'm sitting there watching like, hold up, who's all these random just workers walking around the watchtower?
Because they got clearance.
What level of secret do you have to have? That's Men in Black type that you don't exist in this world no more.
How are you getting?
It's that Wayne Tower promotion.
Who's doing your security clearance?
Once you move to the watchtower, you don't.
Who's the most savage dude in comics, dog?
When you retire, you die.
Sure.
And don't ask him none of these questions.
Not at all.
So how did you afford this watchtower, bro? He's gonna stare at you. I'm gonna go back to where I was.
That's just like what they did in Dark Knight. So you're trying to blackmail the guy that is running across the city with this, and your plan is to blackmail him?
Hey, listen.
I'm just gonna.
People at Watchtower, you get promoted. Hey, babe, I'm working. I gotta go to space. I gotta be right back.
You gotta go to space. I gotta go to space.
I'll be back at 5.
No, you ain't gonna be back. You done.
The benefits better be vicious. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, like they got janitors, dog.
You need them.
I'm not saying you don't need them. Who's
How do you apply for that job?
Where's the application?
I'll be the janitor on the watchtower so
He's the
fast.
fakest guy, young.
Oh
It's
my
so
God.
like he's old.
He's creating jobs. He's creating jobs for people out here.
What people?
The workers.
None of them exist. Like if you don't get paid,
Oh my goodness.
if your paycheck late, who you going to?
No, they get paid.
They get to sleep on the job.
They get paid. I guarantee you, they get a Wayne Corp check or whatever every time. They get that
It
check.
can't be.
He got
That's
unlimited
just
Like
funds.
he said, who's managing those
He
books?
got
then?
unlimited funds.
That's what I'm saying. That's his. So, like, real talk. When he said that, like, when it's like, what's your
I
superpower?
got
It's like
money.
money.
I'm
I'm rich, but you're not rich. You're wealthy with a heart ache.
Yeah. Your tax bracket is way different from most, Bruce.
You think Bruce
You don't
Wayne
pay
paid
taxes. You don't pay taxes.
These workers.
Pay taxes.
See that
I'm
watchtower
taking
up
out
there?
they checks.
You see that watchtower up there? That's my tax write-off for the Justice League.
I don't pay tax.
just-
I'm Batman.
And real talk,
That's what his tax return looks like. I'm Batman, just right across the.
since this started with Amanda Waller, I'm gonna bring it back to Amanda Waller.
Oh, please.
Because she's the only person who just straight up knows. Just figured the shit out.
Yeah.
Just like,
Hey, Bruce.
oh, you don't think I know Bruce? Did you just Batman me?
Right.
She Batman the Batman.
She did. Suicide Squad.
She did.
Which
Working
makes her,
those late nights.
yeah, it makes her the illest villain. If she's a villain, like if she was really a villain, I don't think there's anything she couldn't accomplish. She's on his level.
Brainiac messing
With
up all
government
this shit.
backing.
He should have been going after Amanda Waller all this time.
Yeah, she's him with government backing.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't, cause she knows all my man's moves.
Yeah.
It's terrible, man. Hey, listen, y'all.
Batman a beast.
Let me tell you something.
The moral of the story.
Woo!
We ain't doing cutscenes.
Hey, you know how bad I would go play Arkham Knight right now?
You should, yeah.
I want to go just whoop people for no reason.
You should, yeah. Because he has a bat tank.
Oh, yes.
It's called a Batmobile, but it's a tank
That is a thing.
for the streets.
It's
What was the
bulletproof.
tumbler? Is that a tank?
It was a tank.
Okay.
It was like a fast tank with actual wheels instead of treads.
Okay.
Like it was a tank without treads. Just really, really fat tires.
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Roll over anyway.
What happens if Batman get a flat?
No such thing.
Alfred shows up and fixes it?
Exactly, yo. And he don't even have to call him.
Nah.
AAA.
He
Triple
just jump out
He
the
just, hey, he hit the joint like, he just hit the joint like All-Star. He just show him out, knocking on the
Master
window.
Bruce.
He's a real Master Bruce.
You gotta get a flag.
Triple Alfred. Just goes through.
And it's like, and this is the thing. Nothing this dude does surprises him after the fact. Like ahead of time, he'd be like, you know, you really should probably do A, B, and C. And it's like he's telling him, but he knows he's not going to listen to him, right? But when Batman just shows up in the Batcave with a person who shouldn't know anything, Alfred be in the cave, no hands up, and just be like, should I prepare the guest rooms?
Right.
Wait, Alfred?
Are we keeping
Bruce?
What? What?
So I'll get a change of clothes, Master Bruce.
Something.
Always the right size for that person too.
What? Just what? I mean, because Alfred sews them shits on sight.
He look at you one time.
Because he's a master tailor.
I know your measurements.
He's everything. I need an Alfred.
We all need
We all
Alfred.
need-
Everybody need an Alfred.
Everybody needs an Alfred.
We won't even be working anymore.
Because I figure Alfred don't look at his checks.
No need to.
Shoot.
His account just exists.
Alfred's the mastermind.
Just in there.
Maybe
He got
Alfred's
room and board.
Alfred's the
Food,
mastermind
everything else like.
on where all the Waynes have been getting their money from. He's the one that's been getting them all that money.
Who does their grocery shopping?
Alfred.
Alfred.
I don't feel like he
I feel
does.
like
Nah,
there's
he
a
do
grocery
it.
store right
I
there
I feel
attached
like there's somebody like, come on, man, Alfred got people out. He just got like.
No, I think he grow everything on the like outside the West Wing.
And he could
He
be.
got a follow farm. He grows everything. Cows butcher. Like everything's just
Like you outside the
homegrown.
Wayne Manor, there's this little bright area. Like instead of like the whole mansion is dark, but there's just
Yeah,
one
you gotta go
little
through
bright
like a
area.
couple patches. Yeah.
One little bright area in this.
Hey, listen. Batman is the most OP superhero in existence. Period.
And I love every minute of it.
Period. I'm done saying this dude ain't got no powers. He got powers. Because he got Mary Poppins pockets on his belt. Just be pulling out way bigger than the pockets.
Rocket launcher.
I don't... Remember when he used to have like... he used to have like jacks in his belt?
Oh, yeah.
He used to be like, I'm gonna pop your tires. You know what I mean? You chasing me? Mm-mm. And that's what it was for? Nah, not no more.
Somebody put on some jacks on me. You understand what is about to happen to you, sir? Ha! Gotcha.
You just stand there, you're like,
You falling. He used to have like marbles. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like a trickster. He used to have like marbles. And somebody be chasing, he just boom.
oh, that's
they
that
just- they
Scooby
just hit
Doo.
the-
That's something the
Yeah.
Scooby Doo joint right
Straight
there.
up though. But I mean,
Oh my
think about
gosh.
it. Think about it, young. He was helping the mystery machine crew solve mysteries.
And blindfolded them to go to the back.
Straight up. Straight
Had
up.
his own bat snacks too to give to the group. He got no Scooby snacks. I got bat
I got
snacks.
bad snacks.
And
Bad snacks?
And Scooby can't smell this dude. I mean, like, he smelled like Bruce Wayne.
No, he looked at school like, shut your mouth.
He never seen Bruce Wayne. They've never met Bruce Wayne. The Mystery Inc. crew, who unmask everybody, always know what's up. Never.
I do remember one person who did beat Batman, and that was Shredder. In the beginning of Ninja Turtles versus Batman.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying that Batman never takes an L, because he does. But
He
it's
comes
never,
back.
just like he was talking about, like they had Batman captured, and he was like, we need to kill Slim right now. We gotta kill him right now. You know what I mean? And they playing around.
Yeah, he gonna get out and tell him.
I'm not saying he never takes an L, because he does.
Oh yeah.
But it never matters.
Nope.
That's true.
Back
See what
with
you're saying.
vengeance.
Everybody, like,
Hey, look, he had his back broke.
Multiple times.
Back out there whooping people.
Back broken,
Like-
climbing a well tower.
first of all, that's
Really?
might
That's how you
be
fix a broken back?
the worst. That's the worst Batman movie ever.
you just lay and heal up for a little
I
bit.
ain't joking.
No, he just punched it on back.
Joel
He just-
Schumacher joint. Because that joint's terrible. People gonna hate me for that. I can't. I declare war.
You can't. I'm saying just enjoy this.
I declare war.
I'm just gonna.
Somebody find me a superhero more OP than Batman. And I will raise you a Batman.
A Batman?
You know what I'm saying? Like, versus them.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
how can he lose?
See, now I'm actually gonna be thinking about this, and I'm not gonna be able to come with an answer.
Like if Batman just decided, you know what? I'm not even gonna wear the cape and cowl no more. I'm just going out with the utility belt as Bruce Wayne. I'm Wayne Man. Throw your W's up, holla at me. Who wanna see me in the streets? Come get me. What you gonna do? Come get Alfred? I wish you would.
W's in the sky. No back.
Straight
no
up.
back.
Yeah. Nah, just be a W.
Wayne Tech Club.
Call
He
it
come on
Wayne.
do that. People gonna try their hand real quick, and then
And
after
get
the
fined.
after the first one get put down, like, oh
Man, this dude Bruce Wayne ain't going.
yeah.
It's gonna be, why does Bruce Wayne think he's Batman? Until the first sucker gets served.
Yep. Hey, the whole conversation, the whole temperature in the room gonna shift.
Everything gonna be, it's gonna be.
Oh, he Batman.
That was
That's the movie
that
did to
was-
Roger
that was-
last
yeah.
week. I was there. I see that
Oh, he locked him
one.
up.
that was Dark Knight. He had the shotgun. Where you going, rich boy?
Gordon,
Clack, clack, clack.
yeah, that's it. Gordon gonna be like, all these years. Hey, is Commissioner Gordon the dumbest?
Commissioner.
I,
There you go.
Help me.
Yes, I like Commissioner Gordon, but he is some trash.
He don't.
As a police commissioner.
He didn't even know his own daughter was involved with it.
What? The crime rate alone in the city, you should have been fired years ago. Years ago. The most corrupt the police department ever.
And you got Batman's help.
Yes.
And you got Robin's help. And you got Batgirl's help.
Nightwing.
And you got Batwoman's help. And what is going on?
You got a city of vigilantes helping you, doing way more than the police department.
But the police department
and you still have a job?
Corrupt.
They don't do nothing. They just sitting there. Get in my car.
Don't get me wrong. I like Gordon. You know what I'm saying? But
do you though? Why?
I'm more so like
he's a stand-up guy.
No, not even. No.
Because
all right. Let me reframe that. I like
for Bruce when he was a baby.
I like the we went to war, come back. He's trying to do right, clean up the department, whatever. I like that about him. But as far as you trying to get into this place of power and position, nah. Maybe you just need to be a street soldier. Like, you don't need to be in the
out there in them streets with Batman.
We could probably have a weekly discussion about Gotham City.
Like daily.
And the ridiculousness.
It's probably very affordable because of all the crime rate too. Houses there
two cities I don't want to live in is Gotham and Star City.
That's the other thing. Like, is Bruce Wayne really that rich, or is he just rich for Gotham? I'm sorry.
Gotham looks a little. Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I want to go to Gotham.
It's like the Purge.
No, I'm sorry. Gotham and Star City, I would never live in. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Star City's like the Purge.
Gotham gets terrorists or a nuke thrown at it. Gotham. Star City, like every year. Like, no.
Central City is a weird thunderstorm that's gonna kill everybody.
Yeah.
You got metas up. No, I'm good with that city. No.
Or we're gonna give you this high paying job.
Metropolis, now we got a weak superhero. Can't stay there. Keep on moving down the line.
What you gonna do? You gonna work on the watchtower?
You gonna work
Facts.
Gonna work on the watchtower?
I work on the watchtower.
You gotta figure out how.
It's a lifetime commitment.
Hey, I'm about to reach out on the gram. Hey, who got the hook up at the
watchtower?
I'm trying to get a job.
Could you imagine somebody asking him? Wait, look, I need this promotion, man.
Hey,
just send me up to the watchtower.
My cousin need a job. She on hard times right now. Like, you think you gonna grab something up there?
I heard you got something in space going on.
Right.
After the watchtower became public knowledge,
she could kind of go away anyway.
it's like after the watchtower became public knowledge, everybody's like, how do I get a job like this? Gonna do with giant ladies out there.
Can you imagine like hearing somebody like, so I heard you got a new job at the watchtower.
What you talking about?
How you you big man on the watchtower now?
What you talking about, Wilson?
You got benefits? You got benefits? Like,
For real though, can you imagine the background screening process you got to go through to get a job with a watchtower?
You got to interview with Batman. No, you got to interview with Alfred.
No, it's Batman. It's not Bruce. It's not Alfred.
Batman.
It's Batman.
Might have to skip out on that interview.
And you know what? The room's dark, and then he just comes out of nowhere.
Come out the shadows on you.
Where's your resume?
Show it to me. You must have friends.
References now.
Anybody named Martha, I'll get an instant pass to go there.
Martha Thomas. So you can see Martha Thomas. Wait, one of your references is Martha?
CEO.
Right, yeah.
Oh my God.
Are there promotions on the watchtower?
Kind of be.
I mean, if there's a janitor and there's somebody working on the computers,
You gotta do something to keep the employees motivated up there. Come on now.
employee of the month.
Awards program, employee of the month, something.
We should get a parking space. We get a parking space. What's your employee of the month?
You get the plaque on the wall. What's your name for it?
Fly out.
Picture.
Superman flies you around space for fun. That's
You have to hold your breath.
yeah.
That's all it's good for, just flying employees around space.
You get some extra oxygen in your room this month. What you talking about, man?
Here's a battering with your name. Employee of the month battering.
I mean, just think about,
Gosh.
is there hazard pay?
Damn show better be included.
Oh my gosh.
The Justice League, this thing probably blown
Just
up
in
next
case Lex Luthor switches minds with the Flash and decides to run amok and start chucking lunch trays at people, yeah?
week. That was a dope episode.
Who had to clean all that up?
Oh my God.
When he saw himself.
Wow, I can speak whoever. I don't even know who this is.
Yeah.
See the secret identity. Oh my gosh. I have no idea who this is.
Alright, look. We've overdone it, y'all.
Dog.
We've overdone it.
but it was fun.
No cutscenes. Listen, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. I can't even put it.
I think we've done a good job of letting y'all know how we feel about
That's it. Yeah, for sure. Listen, let us know. We appreciate y'all. Shout out, super thanks to all our Patreon supporters. With that, we're out. Toodles and lose. What it do, snackers and snackers? Did you like what you just saw? Would you like to help us grow? Here's what you can do. Shoot over to patreon.com/loading snacks. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform of choice. Appreciate you.